Okay, trying something a little different today. Do apologize, I don't have a filter on the microphone, so you might hear me breathing. Kinda doing my best here with the equipment that I have. So, been trying to reconnect with my feminine energy. I've been told so because I'm not excited for much lately. I'm missing that excitement that I used to have as a kid, you know? I just go about my day just kinda in a lull. I don't feel excited even when I watch a show that I'm really enjoying. I'm not excited. I'm just doing it because it's keeping me busy. It's entertaining. So I'm trying to get back to a point where I'm actually excited. Things actually excite me again. And the way that has to be is by reconnecting with your feminine energy. So I'm going to use Nature's Whisper. Unfortunately, due to the camera, I don't have a green screen big enough. What you're seeing is my couch. So I can't cover that all the way. Sorry, but it's a much better camera. So we'll go with it. I'm just gonna roll with it. I connect with my oracle, and I beseech thee. I ask you, what do I need to do to reconnect with my feminine energy and be childlike again and enjoy life? Because lately I have not been enjoying it. And I know that's a personal thing. I'm gonna actually go into detail before I start drawing cards. There's a show called The Tick. Wrong way. There used to be a TV show called The Tick back on Fox Kids TV back in the 90s. It was actually one of my favorite TV shows growing up. And the main character, they never really give him an age, but he's probably in his 30s, 40s, you know, young, spry adult. Huge guy, huge guy. We'll see if I can filter this shit out later. But, the guy reminded me that you can enjoy anything. You can explore the mundane. In fact, he even says it in one of the episodes. He's doing laundry with his sidekick, because he lives with his sidekick. I'm just gonna put it as a comedic act. This is hilarious. So, he actually says enjoyment in the mundane. Getting enjoyment out of just simple everyday tasks. And that's something I'm actually trying to learn to do. Because it just basically gets to be routine. We just do it because we do it. We have to. Like going to work. I've actually gotten to the point I'm not even so sure I like going to work at all. I don't know who does, but that's kind of the point. You're trying to get to a point where you enjoy it. The shift is going from I hate it and I have to go to work to I get to. Trying to be shift into a mindset of gratitude that you actually get to do these things. I have to do laundry or I get to do laundry. You want to put it in perspective, there's a lot of people who don't even get to do that. So it's actually trying to find enjoyment in the mundane. But just getting excited in general. I've been depressed for a while. Just kind of something I've been struggling on and off with. So I'm being asked to reconnect and rebalance my feminine energy. Let's see how this goes. So Oracle, what must I do? I'm going to do the 3-card spread. As many times as I use this deck, I've already forgotten. Yeah, it's a 3-card spread. First card. Expansion. Ooh. You got... Oh my god, this artwork is beautiful. It's almost like an acid trip, to be quite honest with you. I know you can't really see the detail on the camera, but it's crazy. It shows a woman who's kind of faded into the scenery. There's hands grabbing each other and... What's the term? Tenderness, I suppose, almost like trying to help someone up. You know, it's like, hey, come here, I got your hand. And then there's a lady riding an elk, or a deer, a doe, a deer, a female deer. And then there's this itty-bitty city inside of a flower. I don't actually quite understand the expansionness, but perhaps it's expanding your mind, expanding your soul. Just kinda... What are you talking to me here, Spirit? Open up. Expanding the imagination. That's what it is. Because there are things here that only look, like I said, in an acid trip, almost like a Alice in Wonderland kind of deal. Some crazy... You know, let me see if I can get you a better picture. So it's like craziness there. Things you would only see in a dreamscape. So expanding your imagination, perhaps changing your perspective. That's kind of what I was talking about. Was changing it into something more positive. I, especially growing up, used to affiliate with negativity, just pure negativity. I always saw the bad in people, saw the bad in situations, always assumed it was going to fail. Just kind of, you know, not so great. But now I'm being asked to expand the mind and the perception to see things in a better way. Even if things are going south, or appear to be going south, you can always change your perspective. And that's what I loved about the Tick, is even in bad situations, like when things looked grim, he was always positive. He always had a positive spin, almost a kooky type of perception. And let me reread the description. So the first card represents about the past and what has been occurring up to this moment, or what lessons you've been working on. And that's just expansion in general. Expanding perception, expanding your mind, expanding your heart. That's a big part of it too. Expanding your heart. Because I've had mine closed off quite a bit. And when I feel like it opens up, it shrinks back down. Just shrinks right back down. And I've been told by one of my guides, it's either open or closed. There ain't no in between, you know? And that's kind of necessary. You kind of need it open to be grateful. Not need, but it's helpful to have it be open. Gratitude actually opens it further. But expansion of just in general. It's kind of a wide term and I'm being too general, but it's just expand everything. Expand your, again, just consciousness, perception, your heart, just expansion itself. Because in reality, I don't believe you can have one expansion. If you expand your mind, yeah, okay, maybe. But as you learn more up here, it starts to expand here. And your consciousness and everything, like they're all tied together. So even if you expand one thing, it kind of drags everything else with it. So perhaps it's just expanding your being. Just expanding everything. It is card 12. Let me go ahead and just read what it says. Expansion. You are continually moving, evolving, and going through cycles in your life. Attune and align yourself with the rhythms of nature around you. This is an exciting time. With the new beginning, growth and changes. There are many settings that will provide for inner development and expansion. Pay attention to everything that is going on around you and the effect it is having on you. Consider environmental issues or use this as an opportunity for studies. It's a good idea to recognize the need for extra rest and personal care while integrating new energies, so you are ready for important messages and opportunities. Just as in nature too, you too have seasons and growth and maturity. So yeah, just expansion in everything. All of it. Expanding your perceptions allows you to see these opportunities and the growth instead of being stuck and just missing out. Yeah, that's pretty well covered. What's the next one? Card number 2. Be spontaneous. That is something I've been being asked to do. Lately, I've fallen into the same rut. I go home, I draw, watch cartoons, play video games, go to bed. Wake up, go to work. Go home, etc., etc., etc. It's kind of been the same thing over and over. I used to be spontaneous. I used to be random. I used to have, as a kid, I had so many wild, crazy adventures. With my friends, with myself. Every day was an adventure. Every day. And I long for that again. And that's actually what I'm being asked to go back to, was that spontaneousness of being a child. Of having that excitement. In fact, I had to go on, I'd say I kind of had to. I went on an adventure the other day. I went out and did my laundry. And overthinking kicked in. I keep getting told, go do something random, go do something out of the norm, do something different. I'm just like, well, what? Like, where? Overthinking kicked in and goes, okay, where am I supposed to go? What do I do? Maybe I go to a new restaurant now. What sounds good? What sounds... Thinking kicked in. I'm just like, you know what? F it. I'm just gonna start driving down the street, and whatever I see looks good, I'm gonna pull over and go there. Led me to a cafe. And it was... It's almost nostalgic. They were playing 90s music, so it's my style. A lot of the songs I knew. Cult classics is what you would call them. The food was amazing, and it's something I would normally not do. I like sitting at cafes, but again, you find that one cafe, I've been really about my routines. I love routine. If I find one restaurant, I go there. It becomes my social norm, my comfortable space. So I'm not really willing to travel outside of my comfort and be spontaneous. Because then overthinking kicks in and I'm just like, nah, I don't feel like it. I don't have money. I don't want to, I don't have the energy. I'm tired. I just got off work. So I said, you know what? Just screw all that. Let's go. Just go. And I actually had fun. It was really fun. The waiter was cool. We talked for a minute. Because I pulled out my wallet, which is a Dragon Ball Z wallet. He's like, yo, dude, you like Dragon Ball Z? I'm like, yeah, I love Dragon Ball Z. He goes, check this out. He shows me his earpod case. And it's a Dragon Ball. I'm like, yo, that's fucking cool. And we sat there and we talked about Dragon Ball, the new show, and blah, 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 and just actually had a cool moment. I was like, well, obviously that would never have happened if I just went straight home. So I'm being asked to be more spontaneous, more random. Do things that excite you. Break the norm, break the routine. Because it's great. I come home, I draw, or I watch TV and game. Kind of unwinding, kind of relaxing. But it's not really doing anything for me. It's just kind of putting me in that loop, a routine, a cycle. It's not truly living. And I acknowledge that, but I still do it. I'm a very homebody, I'm a hermit. I don't do much. I don't really actually have any friends. I don't have anyone I talk to or hang out with. And then I'm like, oh, I want friends. I want to meet people. I want to socialize. But then when it comes time to actually get out and do something, I'm just like, the hell am I supposed to do? It's too hard to think about. I'm just going to go home. So, obviously, even saying this out loud, I'm acknowledging that the silliness and the contradictory of the situation. I acknowledge. I'm trying to break it. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing this. And hopefully that's why you're here. COD number 3. Clear out the old. Isn't that funny? Oh wait. Before I get into that card. Oh, that's a really cool artwork. I love this one because the artwork is beautiful. Let me read number 31. Ahem. 33, 31. Be spontaneous. When you are busy, rushing, stressed, worried, or overwhelmed, it is easy to lose track of the simple things in your world that bring you joy. See how this messages just kind of tie itself together? This is a huge nudge to remember to create some fun. Rediscover enthusiasm and fascination through adventure and spontaneous happenings. Engage with your life and take in your surroundings. Observe the importance of living life to its fullest. Decide to do something for the pleasure of it and see where life takes you. Back as a kid, whenever my family moved to a new state, we would literally hop in the car and just go drive around for no effing reason. My dad would purposely get us lost and see if we could find our way home. Now, I dreaded it. I hated it because, I'm stuck in the car. I'm a kid. I don't want to be in the car. A lot of my life, I actually felt like I've been in a car. So I'm just like, ugh. But it was exciting at the same time because we saw new places, new parks, That's how I discover half of the eateries. That's where I go on my half-an-hour commute to work. I would see different places on my way. That's how you discovered new cool spots that you want to go to. You're like, yo, look, that shop's right there. I didn't even know we had one of those. Or something crazy like that. Of course, looking back, hindsight's 2020. That was actually kind of fun. But then we moved to New Jersey. And for anyone who lives in New Jersey, knows the streets have 3 different names. We get lost as hell. And it literally took us 3 hours to get home. Then again, my dad decided to stop at that point. He's like, okay, we're done with that. We ain't going nowhere without a GPS this time. Freaking New Jersey. And then we go back to clearing out the old. Clearing out the old, what no longer serves you. The past, the patterns, the thinking, the perceptions. I mean, that one just kind of speaks for itself, Clear out the old. It's like cleaning out your attic. For those who have attics, perhaps a better metaphor is the closet. Cleaning out your closet. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I just use my closet to pack crap away. Extra space. I'm pretty sure that's general for everyone. 1 second. So then stuff sits there for months and months, and you just maybe even years, you completely forget about it. Excuse me while I just spill water all over myself. Luckily, I missed the cards completely. Because I don't know how to use cups. I drink straight from the jug. And this jug is completely effing full. Although I did splatter a little bit on the book. My apologies, book. I'll dry you off. Clear out the old. Just, again, that one just didn't really need explanation. Just clear out everything. Clear out the old pain, clear out the old thinking, clear out the old perspectives. Whole new just sense of renewal. Now the artwork, I'm not going to say it's bizarre, but it's pretty wild. It's always pretty wild. And I don't know how it really pertains. I mean, you got a lady here with a keyhole necklace and a path leading to a desert. You got an owl just hanging out. You got this other lady poking out of a bush. Well, you got this other lady who looks like she's painting a clock with the Stonehenge in it. I don't know. The spiritual messages of the cards kind of escape me. I'm just doing my best here. I mean, it's phenomenal artwork. As an artist, I absolutely adore it. It's crazy and surreal, and I love surreal. But the message is meow. Just kind of meow over my head. Honestly, I don't get any point of what it means to clear out the old in this picture. But that message, again, is, like I said, pretty self-explanatory. Perhaps clearing out the old is also, again, clearing out the old routines. If you want to change, which I'm trying my damnedest, I can't be doing the same thing over and over, and that's something I'm getting told all the time. Not that you have to prove yourself, but if you want change, change. I can't change if I continue doing the old same thing. And my guides are like, dude, show us, it's cool, we help you, we do the best we can, but if you want this to happen, show us you want it to happen. It's like, go out, be spontaneous, do something different, clear out the old, or else nothing truly will change. And again, that's something I'm struggling with, because now as an adult, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't go out to clubs, and anyone I know or used to talk to, that's what they did. If they wanted to go out and socialize, they'd go out to a bar, they'd go out to a club. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not really my scene. So it's like, go out and meet people. Well, where? I've... where? I don't... I don't really go to the club. It's not really for me. So, it's actually quite a struggle for me personally. I'm doing my best, but again, I don't get fulfillment from going out to these places. Like, I go out and say if I go to the mall, that's the most social I'm willing to be. I walk around for an hour, check out all the cool stores I want to see. I don't really buy anything because I'm kind of a cheapskate and I'm not willing to pay $40 to $50 for a shirt. But the other issue is I also go and it's a lot of teenagers, you know. That's kind of where they congregate, so to meet people my age, I have to figure out where to go. that attracts people my age. That's if that's your goal. If you're just going out to have an adventure, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you're going. Make it fun no matter where you go. But again, that's something I'm kind of struggling with. Typically, I still stick to myself even if I go out and do stuff. I go walk in the woods by myself and talk to nobody. I don't really change my routine. I'm still self-isolated, and because that's all I know. I don't know how to go out and do other things, you know? I don't know where all the cool kids hang out. As far as I know, there hasn't been a malt shop in the past 60 years. I don't think we all go down to the local malt shop no more. And that's my old soul poking through. It's just like, you know, maybe there's an eatery or something that cool kids like to go to. I don't even know these days. The 70s. God, what year is it? 2025? I'm not willing to do that math in my head, maybe 40, 50 years ago. So, I want you to know, Spirit, I'm doing my best here. And that's one of the things I struggle to, is my heart's not completely open. So it's like, oh, follow your heart. My heart goes, I'm sorry, what were we doing? So I feel like I'm a little unclear in the direction for those adventures. I used to be able to just go have an adventure. Like, I remember one time, me and my buddy Mike at the time, in 8th grade, there was a development site. We were living in a new housing development. And we were always getting in trouble because we would go explore the unbuilt houses. Of course, that was extremely unsafe, quite dangerous. And then there were dirt mounds all over the place. So we took our bikes, even though they weren't, you know, BMX bikes, we would try to ride up and down the dirt mounds and do flips and crap. And God, as much as I hated being a kid, I really missed being a kid. You know, it's one of those things you don't really recognize until you think back fondly on the past and you're like, damn, that was fun. I was so concerned with the pain of my past childhood that I forgot I actually enjoyed my childhood. To the extent that I could. There was still a lot of pain. I'm not gonna lie, it was not easy. I'm sure nobody's childhood is easy these days. Especially when it feels like the world's getting worse and worse. But it was fun. As an adult, you just forget to have that fun and how to have fun. Now we're just really children in grown-up bodies trying to relive our pasts. I'm gonna pull one more card just for, fun. What else do you want me to know? Bountiful Harvest. That one definitely goes over my head. Just, you know, how does this deal with feminine energy? Wow, I literally flipped open the book, it goes right to it. You have access to the infinite sources of love and resources provided by Mother Earth and the universe. There are no demands, requirements, or conditions that affect your ability to access the supply. This is a wonderful reminder and the absolute truth pertaining to the abundance that is available to you. Grant your abundance the opportunity to flow into your life. It will reshape your perspective. It will strengthen and nourish you. This phase holds a plenitude of affluence and fertility. You are lucky and blessed. But perhaps it does tie into, because once you start actually having fun, then everything just kind of flows. There was a saying on a show called Letterkenny. One of my favorite sayings is, if you enjoy or you have fun doing what you do, you never work another day in your life. Of course, I'm sure it's been around longer than that, but that's the one that they repeat it over and over. If you enjoy your job or you have fun at it, then you truly never work a day in your life. And then you become grateful and then things are just easier, in my mind. Of course, you'll still have struggles and issues, but you're more equipped to deal with them because you're grateful and you're in a better, more positive mindset, as opposed to just hating life and hating everything and being super negative. It's just like, it's kind of hard to explain, but being grateful and happy, it's like opening a channel. Not like a YouTube channel or a streaming channel, but like, well, I guess it's kind of the same thing, but like a water channel. If these negative emotions are like moss and gunk and junk that are sitting in your river, and it gathers up, you gotta clear out the old. Clear out all the old negative thinking and issues and patterns. And once you do that, it opens the water channel to flow. Gratitude and positivity, abundance, all that just kind of comes through. And even though, again, I'm able to sit here and speak all this good stuff, doesn't mean I practice it. I'm actually more or less, again, calling myself out in doing these videos. So, cool. Yeah, hope you like it. I'm going to try to actually do some editing and see how this video turned out. Oh, but before I go, thank you, Oracle. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and showing me, or revealing to me, the answers to my question. Even though I may not completely understand them, you are still basically giving me what I asked for. Even if it's not something I can comprehend at this time, maybe it'll come back to me later. But I definitely thank you for showing me and talking to me. And I hope to do right by you by absorbing these messages and actually following through. Trying to be more spontaneous. Thank you.